I will again start next lecture of this derivative topics. In the previous class, I have discussed a lot of problems which is related to chain rule and different kinds of problem which is relevant to totally algebraic function. But today we start some those kind of problems which is also based on chain rule, but we discuss only those kind of problems in which only present trigonometric function or combination of algebraic function and trigonometric function. I think in the previous class or if you see my previous video, I have already discussed a lot of formula of derivative of a trigonometric function, and in this class I also wish to write on the board all those formula. Do not like to prove here because in the previous class I have already discussed proof of all different kind of functions derivative formula by first principle method or a Benicio method. But in this class it is not important for you because in this class mainly you do how can you solve different kinds of problems of derivative. First of all, I wish to write all those formula which is used here to solve different kinds of problem of trigonometric function which is solved by chain rule. See here, I think you all know also about it. Derivative of sin x with respect to x is equal to cos x. Be careful here. Here sin x with respect to x, where x is in always taken radian. X is always taken in radian. Be careful here. You can write here x be in radian. Actually, in most of the cases, students could not care on it, and when it gives derivative of sin x degree with respect to x, he also writes its answer cos x, which is not correct. So I always suggest to you, be careful here. If on an angle there is no mention degree sign or its notation c in that degree sign, in that case you always understand by your intuition idea there should be radian, because I think you all know when there is written 5 sin 5. What is the meaning of sin 5? Sin 5 means that sin 5 radian, not degree. Because if there is if 5 will be in degree, in that case it will be written in this form. So this is sin 5 radian. Radian is denoted by either C on its above part or nothing. This is simple. Now again I want to write next formula for you. See here, 1 second. This is the formula of sin x with respect to x, which is equal to cos x. Similarly, derivative of cos x with respect to x is equal to minus sin x. Again, derivative of tan x, which will be sec square x. Derivative of cot x with respect to x is equal to minus cosec square x, and derivative of cot sin cos tan cot sec x with respect to x is equal to sec x into tan x. And finally we write derivative of cosec x with respect to x, which will be minus cosec x. Derivative of cosec x with respect to x is equal to minus cosec into cot x. I think you all have remembered this formula, and be careful here. Always sin x when x is taken in radian, and second point will be sin x only differentiated with respect to x, cos x only differentiated with respect to x, and otherwise I think sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, sec x, cosec x. All these formula having written here. Now I want to proceed to solve different kinds of problems which is relevant to trigonometric function or based on trigonometric function. First of all, I want to take 1 minute. Problems are very easy, only you have to understand its conceptual point through which we solve all problems. See here, example 9 in which it tells differentiate the following functions with respect to x. You can write here differentiate the following functions with respect to x, and you have to calculate. First function will be, suppose that I have taken y is equal to sec 10x, and you have to find the derivative of this function with respect to x. How can you solve it? It is totally easy. See here, first of all, always try to write here its language. We have y is equal to sec 10x. Have I written here? Differentiating on both sides. If you wish, you can write here differentiating on both sides with respect to x. Thereafter, we get dy dx is equal to derivative of sec 10x with respect to x. This is my first step. Now, as I have already told you, sec, this is theta, and sec theta is differentiated firstly only with respect to theta, such that it becomes sec theta into tan theta in the form of formula. So I want to write firstly in a standard form sec 10x. As you know that in place of theta, I have supposed 10x is just as a theta. In that case, it becomes as sec theta. So we need also here theta, where theta is 10x, such that we can put in a standard form of formula. Thereafter, we take, as you know that 10x has taken here forcefully in denominator part, so you need also to balance it. So first of all, I want to take also it in numerator. And as you know that 10x is a simple function which can be differentiated with respect to x. So I want to take here x. Now if you see here, this is sec 10x and which is differentiated with respect to 10x. Again here 10x is differentiated with respect to x. That implies that, can we write directly here, sec theta when differentiated with respect to theta, it becomes sec theta into tan theta. So can you write here sec 10x, that means sec theta where theta is 10x. Be careful here, not write here theta. Sec theta where theta is 10x, and derivative of sec theta will be sec theta into tan theta. Sec theta into tan theta into derivative of 10x with respect to x, which will be sec square x, which is your required answer of this problem. Now again take next problem for you. See here. See here, second problem for you, derivative of second will be y is equal to cos sin x square. I do not wish to write always language, try to write you, because I am not sitting in examination. First of all, right here we have y is equal to cos sin x square. Suppose it is equation first, the differentiative on both sides with respect to x, we get dy dx is equal to d cos sin x square with respect to x. I think you understand. That implies that dy dx, and you know that this function cannot be differentiated directly with respect to x. So first of all, we need take the derivative of cos. Suppose that this is theta. In that case, because this is cos, first of all you have to differentiate outer function, which will be cos, and inner function, except cos portion, remains portion is supposed as theta. In that case, it becomes cos theta, and cos theta is differentiated with respect to only theta. So it becomes a derivative of cos sin x square, and derivative of cos sin x square with respect to only which function? Cos theta. In place of theta comes here sin x square. So you need to take here firstly theta, where theta is sin x square. Again, and you know that sin x square has taken here portion in denominator portion of this function. So you For balancing it, you have to take SO in numerator so that it becomes balanced form. Now, can you write here sin x square? Now, this is sin x square. And you know that this is outer function, this is inner function. Outer function sin x square. And you know that sin outer function and sin, suppose that this is forget what has written here. Simply suppose this is a simple symbol. Suppose that this is also theta. In that case, x square will be theta. In that case, it becomes sin theta. Sin theta is only differentiated with respect to only theta. So you need right here first of all theta, where theta is x square. That means sin x square is only differentiated with respect to x square. Again right here x square. Can you differentiate x square with respect to x directly? Yes. So I have written here x. Now if you see here, it becomes cos theta. Now I want to write directly its answer. Derivative of cos theta. Derivative of cos theta, where theta is sin x square. Derivative of cos theta will be minus sin theta. So can you write minus sin? What is theta? Theta is sin x square into theta is sin x square into derivative of sin theta, where theta is what? X square. As you know that sin theta is only differentiated with respect to theta, so it will be cos theta, where theta is x square into derivative of x square with respect to x will be what? 2x. So its answer final answer will be minus sin x square cos x square into 2x. If you want to write in a standard form, it becomes minus 2x into cos x square into sin x square, which is your required answer. Have you understood? Now again I am trying to take next problem for you, and also suggest you, if any trigonometric function is given in simplest form, then you can proceed simply to solve it. But if you will face given function is complex form and you can express in simplest form with respect to, you can express it in standard form. That means in simplest form, then I will suggest you first of all try to express given function in simplest form such that you can easily solve that problem. For example, I have taken third problem, which is given y is equal to square root of 1 minus cos x divided by cos 1 plus cos x. And you know that you look here, this is very complex function. First of all, this is the root function, and root function firstly differentiated with respect to whole this term. Again you have to apply quotient rule, and thereafter you have to go. But if you try to simplify it, it may be in simple form and you can solve this problem very simply. So I will suggest you, first of all simplify it. After multiplying under root by its denominator conjugate, you will get 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. If you multiply by its conjugate, denominator conjugate, here 1 plus cos x, and its conjugate will be 1 minus sin x, sorry 1 minus cos x. Now you have to multiply numerator and denominator simultaneously. Thereafter you will get 1 minus cos x into 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x into 1 minus cos x. Now if you multiply it, you will get 1 minus cos x whole square divided by 1 plus cos x into 1 minus cos x. In that case it becomes 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x. Now 1 minus cos x whole square, can you take outer side plus minus form? 1 minus cos x divided by 1 minus cos x square is equal to sin square x. So can you write here sin x? I will suggest you, given problem is it will be differentiable everywhere, because it asks to it asks to you directly, you have to differentiate. Means that this function is everywhere, means that this function is, or he has supposed already this function is differentiable everywhere, so they have asked to you directly differentiate. Do not consider about where it is differentiable or not differentiable. So I am without that's why I have directly removed its mod sign. and I have taken here plus minus. Now I want to tell you, can you write here, it will be plus minus 1 upon sin x will be cosec x minus cos x by sin x. What will be its value? Cot x. I think you understand. Now if you see, you will get finally y equal to plus minus cosec x minus cot x. If you compare this function with respect to this function, you will realize totally this function is in simplest form and you can differentiate this function so easily. So I always suggest you, if you feel given a trigonometric function is complex form, try to convert or express or change it into simplest form such that you can differentiate easily. Now, how can you simplify? Definitely during simplification or in order to simplify, first of all, sometimes you will multiply, conjugate, and sometimes using only formula, or sometimes you can simplify using hit and trial method. So it becomes totally, it depends upon totally on your practice, how much you have done practice in trigonometric function, or how much you have to give given time to solve trigonometric functions problem. So I always suggest to you again and again try to write all formula in your notes, separate page, and take near to you during solving. Now, as you, if you see here, you have got in place of this function. So can you directly differentiate this function? Derivative of y with respect to x will be plus minus. Derivative of cosec x will be what? Minus cosec x into cot x. Minus derivative of cot x will be what? Cosec x square, that is minus cosec square x. So it will be minus plus cosec square x, which is your final answer. I think you understand very similar way. I want to take next problem for you again, which is also very easy for you, and you will understand also very easily. So I am right to here, which is also, first of all, you have to write in simplest form, thereafter you have to proceed. Question 4. See here. Suppose that y is equal to sec x plus 10x as written, divided by sec x minus 10x. Sec x minus 10x. Sec x minus 10x. Now, if you wish try to solve this problem, you can solve a simple way by proceeding simplest method. By proceeding simplest method, that means you apply quotient rule, you can solve. But if you do, or if you apply your brain in simple manner, then you can solve this question very easily. Solution. First of all, you have to simplify this function. How can you simplify? If you multiply in this function in numerator and denominator by its conjugate, you will get y equal to sec x plus 10x divided by sec x minus 10x into sec x minus 10x. Sorry, plus. You have to multiply in numerator and denominator by sec x plus 10x. Thereafter you will get, in numerator you will get sec x plus 10x whole square, and denominator you will get a plus b into a minus b, and finally after multiplication you will get a square minus b square, which will be sec square x minus 10 square x, which will be family 1. So it becomes very easy. Now you get y equal to sec x plus 10x whole square. I think you understand very easily. Now I want to tell you, can you differentiate this function? Yes, you can differentiate this function. But if you wish, also again simplify, you can. If you wish, again simplify, you can simplify again. Because in that case it becomes also very easy. But you can differentiate directly. In that case, derivative of dy with respect to x, derivative of sec x plus 10x whole square. Suppose that hold this function under this bracket p. In that case it becomes p square. As you know that p square is only differentiated with respect to p firstly. So can I write the derivative of sec x plus 10x whole square will be sec x plus 10x into, again as you know that you have to differentiate with respect to x, but it has taken partially here, so you need to take also in the numerator. In that case you will get the derivative of sec x plus 10x. For balancing, now you can differentiate this function with respect to x directly. Have you understood it? Yes. Now proceed one step far here. Derivative of sec x, sorry, square rubbed. Derivative of p square with respect to p. What will be its answer? 2p. 2p. Where? What is p? Sec x plus tan x. Into derivative of sec x plus tan x will be what? Sec x into tan x. Plus derivative of tan x will be what? Sec square x. If you take common here sec x from this both term, you will get 2 sec x into sec x plus tan x into sec x plus tan x, which will be sec x plus tan x whole square, which will be your required. I think you understand very well. And the next problem again you can see 5. I want to only give you hint and you can solve this problem. Sin root under sin x plus cos x. How can you differentiate this function? You will understand that sometimes the student confused here. Sometimes the student confused here. Now I want to tell you how students confused. They confused by that factor. Here this function is written as a product, but this function is not a product. This function is not a product. If it is a product, there should be also some angle. It is theta. This whole term is theta. That means y is equal to sin theta, where theta is equal to root under sin x plus cos x. Have you understood? I think now you can solve this problem. Dy dx will be derivative of sin root under sin x plus cos x with respect to x. As you know that this function cannot be differentiated directly with respect to x. So first of all, you have to differentiate this function. Where what is function sin, and in place of theta there is given root under sin x plus cos x. So you first of all you have to differentiate sin theta with respect to theta, because in place of theta is given root under sin x plus cos x. Now I want to again differentiate derivative of sin root under sin x plus cos x with respect to what? Firstly we have to differentiate root under sin x plus cos x. Have you understood? Again, as you know that it has taken forcefully for differentiating easily. So you need also take here in numerator. If you take here derivative of root under sin x plus cos x, if you see here outer function is root, and suppose that this is p, in that case it becomes root under p. As you know that root under p is only differentiated with respect to p, so it will be derivative of sin x plus cos x, where sin x plus cos x is equal to what? P. Now I want to again tell you, but you need dx here, but it is not, both terms is not same, because I have used here equalization. In that case there become, it should be same totally, but it is not equal. So now I want to take also in numerator, because it has taken, this term has taken firstly as a multiplication right here, as a multiplication. There is no space, so I have taken here this term as a multiplication. Again right here derivative of sin x plus cos x with respect to which function? Can we differentiate this function with respect to theta? Yes, because sin x and the cos x will be in a simplest form. Now I want to rub this part with me. Also try to write. Now final I want to write its answer. Derivative of sin theta, in place of theta there is root under sin x plus cos x. As you know that derivative of sin theta with respect to theta will be cos theta. So it will be cos, what is theta? Theta will be root under sin x plus cos x into derivative of, suppose that this function is p, that means the root under p, that means root under p. As you know that root under p is differentiated with respect to only p. What is p? This is p, and derivative of root under p with respect to p will be 1 upon 2 root under p, where p is equal to under root sin x plus cos x. I do understand. Into derivative of sin x, what will be its answer? Cos x. Derivative of cos x, which will be its answer? Minus sin x, which is your required answer. I think you understand properly this question. Again, I do not want to solve this problem, but I have looked here. This is a good problem due to technical way. Now I want to leave question 6. Take question 6 also. This is also very easy. See here question 6. Here there is given that y is equal to x into 10x divided by sec x plus 10x. If you wish to write the simplest form, you can write. Otherwise, you can also ignore. Can you write 10x in terms of sin x by cos x divided by sec x can be written upon 1 upon cos x plus sec 10x can be written as sin x upon cos x. I think you all understand very easily. Now, if you see here, it will be x into sin x by cos x by, if you see in denominator, it will be 1 plus sin x divided by cos x. This cos x can be taken here and cos x cancel. For eliminating, I have taken here because I know already its denominator also comes cos x and its denominator also comes cos x. Cos x can be cancelled, so I am trying to have express in its simplest form. Now see here, you get y is equal to x sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x. Now I want to rub this part because there is no enough space to write here. Finally, you get here y is equal to x sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x. Here you get y is equal to x sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. If you get here y is equal to x sin x divided by 1 plus sin x. Now can you differentiate with respect to x directly? dy dx will be, first of all, if you wish, you can write again as this way. Now, as you see here, this is in quotient form. Can you differentiate directly? Using what? First of all, suppose this function is a single function. Just like fx by gx. In that case, how can you solve? First of all, we have to take gx in outer and differentiate fx and differentiate fx in which with respect to x. Have you understood? Now, minus. Now you have to take outer side x and x and you have to differentiate again 1 plus sin x divided by whole square of the denominator, which will be 1 plus sin x whole square. Now I want to again tell you what is the derivative. This is taken out of derivative terms, so can I write a derivative 1 plus sin x? Now I want to differentiate it. As you know that this is in the product form. So you have to first of all apply a product rule. There can you differentiate? First of all, you have to take sin x outer side and differentiate x with respect to x. In that case, it becomes simply 1. So it becomes sin x into 1. I want to leave that. Again, plus. Now you have to take x outer side and differentiate sin x with respect to x, which will be cos x. Now I want to write minus. It will be x sin x into derivative of 1 will be 0 and derivative of sin x with respect to x will be cos x. I think you understand properly this portion divided by, in denominator you get 1 plus sin x plus whole square. If you wish, write the simplest form, you can multiply in it, and I think this term can be cancelled, but I want to leave here. Now again take next problem for you. Only I am trying to suggest you, do not fall in its trouble. If you see here, there is given is a very complex function and you will face it becomes a lot of term. But I always suggest you, when you see given function is in complex form and there is a high complexity in function, in that case try to firstly express in its simplest form such that you can easily formulate. Now I want to take a problem 7 in which it is given that y is equal to under root 1 minus 10x divided by 1 plus 10x. Again you will tell me, sir, I can differentiate with respect to directly. Yes, you can differentiate. First of all, right here we have y is equal to root under 1 minus 10x divided by 1 plus 10x. Differentiating with respect to on both sides, dy dx is equal to derivative of whole term, that means root under 1 minus 10x divided by 1 plus 10x with respect to x. Again, you have to apply chain rule. In that case, as you know that root is outer function. Root is outer function. We have to differentiate whole function with respect to this term, and suppose that this term is equal to p, and its answer will be first derivative 1 upon 2 root p. So you will get 1 upon 2 root under whole term, and again you have to differentiate this term, that means 1 minus 10x with divided by 1 plus 10x with respect to x. And in order to finding it, you have to apply here quotient rule, but it becomes very lengthy and more complicated for you. So I always suggest you firstly try to simplify it. Now you will tell me, sir, how can you simplify? How do you recognize it? There need be simplification, because the given function is in complex form. And if you have done a lot of practice in class 11th in trigonometric chapter, in that case you can easily identify here needs of simplification, as I have already told you. But again I want to tell you, can I see here? I want to simplify very standard methods here. Can I write in place of 1 is equal to 10 pi by 4 minus 10x divided by, because 10 pi by 4, that means 1045, which will be 1. Now in place of 1 I want to write here 1 again, but I want to write here 10 pi by 4 into 10x. I think you understand very well. Why have I written here 10 pi by 4 is equal to 1 minus 10x, 1 plus 10 pi by 4 is equal to 1, and 1 into 10x will be always 10x, so it does not affect its original function. So we can write it, we can express this function in this form. Now you will definitely tell me, sir, how do you identify? I will write here by this way, that way. So I always suggest you, it needs only practice. If you have done a lot of practice in your previous class in trigonometric function, then you can easily identify. You need here identification or simplification. So now if you see this function, how does it looks, you will feel this is nothing, simply 10a minus b. In place of a is equal to pi by 4 and b is equal to x, this is root under 10 pi by 4 minus x. That means in simplified form function you will get in place of root under 1 minus 10x plus 1 plus 10x, root under 10 pi by 4 minus x. Have you understood? Now you have to differentiate on both sides. If you differentiate on both sides, you will get dy dx equal to differentiating with respect to x. First of all, you can differentiate. You can write here. I think you understand. Again, write here in above part. I want to run this part. If you couldn't understand, write a formula. 10a minus b is equal to 10 a minus b 10b divided by 1 plus 10a into 10b, which has used here to write in this form. Which will be, if you differentiate with respect to derivative root of the 10 pi by 4 minus x with respect to 10 pi by 4 minus x. Why have firstly differentiated with respect to this function? Because this is the root function in outer side, and as you know that if there is given in root under x, you have to firstly differentiate with respect to which function? X form. So I have as you know that in place of x written as 10 pi by 4 minus x, so I have used here 10 pi by 4 minus x. Again write here 10 pi by 4 minus x. As you know that 10 pi by 4 minus x cannot be differentiated directly with respect to x. Why? Because in place of as you know that tan theta or tan x is only differentiated with respect to x, but in place of x it has written pi by 4 minus x. So we have to again differentiate this function with respect to pi by 4 minus x. I think you understand very well. Again, try to understand here. This is a linear function, and it can be differentiated with respect to x, and you have to also balance it. So you need to take here pi by 4 minus x. I have taken here pi by 4 minus x only in order to balance it, because I have taken here pi by 4 minus x d pi by 4 minus x forcefully. Again similarly here I have taken for balancing, it has taken here numerator also and here numerator also, but this has not, this term is not taken here forcefully. This term is not taken here forcefully. Why? Because this term is already present in original problem when we have differentiated with respect to x. So be careful by taking it. Now I want to rub this part. Can you tell me what is the formula of derivative of root under x? Because in place of capital X, there has given 10 pi by 4 minus x. Now if you differentiate this function with respect to 10 pi by 4 minus x, you will definitely get root under x with respect to x, which will be 1 upon 2 root under 10 pi by 4 minus x into derivative of tan theta. In place of theta, there is given pi by 4 minus x, and when you differentiate tan theta with respect to theta, it becomes sec square theta. So it will be sec square pi by 4 minus x. I think you understand very well. Again, as you know that pi by 4 is a constant value. Pi by 4 is a constant value. So its derivative will be 0. And derivative of minus x with respect to x will be minus 1. So I want to take here only minus, which will be your correct answer. I think you understand very well. And you have to solve complete chapter of 8C. You have to solve complete chapter of 8C and complete chapter of 8C. Now, in 8B, there has been left one problem by me, because I think that problem you will again study in next class, that means after 4 or 5 class, which is related to parametric function, because this is not involved in this chapter. So I do not like to solve only that problem particular in this video. Still I want to explain you, because there is time. See here, what do you mean by parametric function? First of all, your problem, where is your problem? I want to like see. Yes, see here. First of all, given function has this like y is equal to t to the power 4 plus 4 and t is equal to x square plus 2x. Actually, this problem is not related to parametric function. Sorry, parametric function is totally different kind of problem. See here, this is nothing. It is very easy. Simply here there is given that y is equal to t to the power 3 plus 4, where t is equal to x square plus 12. Simply put here, y is equal to in place of t is given x square plus 2x. So you have to write here x square plus 2x whole cube plus 4, whole cube plus 4. And I will suggest you do not try to expand it in its form. Simply now you have to differentiate. As you know that you have to find only dy dx. So simply write here differentiating on both sides with respect to x. You will get dy dx, which will be derivative of x square plus 2x 1 to the power 3 with respect to x, but and the derivative of 4 with respect to x. As you know that this is constant, you can leave it alone. Now I want to differentiate with respect to x, but it cannot be differentiated with respect to x directly, because it is in the form of derivative of x to the power n with respect to x, which will be n into x to the power n minus 1. So first of all, in place of x, there is given x square plus 2x. Now I want to write here derivative of x square plus 2x 1 to the power 3 with respect to firstly x square plus 2x. Now again you have to say differentiate x square plus 2x with respect to x. If you say this is a capital X 1 to the power 3, after differentiating with respect to capital X, you will get 3 times x square plus 2x whole to the power 3 minus 1, which will be 2, n into x to the power minus 1 into, if you differentiate this function with respect to x, you will get x square, derivative of x square will be 2x, and derivative of 2x will be 2, which is your correct answer. This is not relevant to parametric function. I have not properly looked, so that's why I think this problem is given relevant to parametric function. Because parametric function, what do you mean by parametric function? Parametric function means that if two variable x and y, as you know that when simply there is given any problem, when now I think you can solve next all problems. There is also in 8b 25 Similarly 26, similar problem, all these problems you can solve very easily. Now I want to, I have discussed about parametric function and what is the reason behind it. That's why I got confused here relevant to this problem. I want to tell you because parametric function I want to discuss on it. Parametric function. This is used your in next class. I only because this chapter has completed in this video, so I am explain this time again. What do you mean by parametric function? 1 second wait. Now see here. What do you mean by parametric function? As you know that when you have discussed about function and when you have already discussed about or by any other teacher or by my side, when you discuss or when you learn about function, there is a simple concept in case of physics. If you learn, then I am told you, if suppose that I am tell you, suppose that there is given function y is equal to x square plus 2x. What is the meaning of what is y is equal to x square plus 2x? I first of all explain about dependent variable and independent variable. Independent variable. What is the meaning of dependent variable and independent variable? In normal way, when you learn in higher classes mathematics, properly there is mention x is dependent variable, y is independent variable. There is properly mentioned. But in this class, up to this class means that up to 12th, if there is no mention about dependent and independent, in general way we suppose y is dependent and x is independent variable. What is the reason? What is the meaning of dependent and independent variable? It is totally easy. First of all, dependent and independent. Dependent means that if value of any variable depends on other variable, in that case you will tell this is dependent variable. As you know that while I am telling you draw the graph of y is equal to x plus 1, then you always put the value of x. Arbitrarily you choose value of x and you put simply in place of x and correspondingly you will get value of y. Means that y depends upon x. But it is not given in any books. You have to arbitrarily choose value of x and you will get y. You can choose arbitrarily any value of y and you will get correspondingly value of x. In that case, y will be dependent and x will be independent variable. Sorry, x will be dependent, y will be independent variable. When you have chosen arbitrarily value of y and put in this equation and correspondingly you will get value of x. So I always suggest in higher classes you will discuss, you will learn if any function, that means in particular in differential equation it will be very useful. You will discuss in class 12 it is also given a differential equation, but in higher classes, because in your class always y is treated as dependent variable and x is treated as independent variable, because everyone know you have to put the value of x and you will get correspondingly value of y. So that's why there are many teachers or many students always learners according to prejudice concepts y is as a dependent variable and x is a dependent variable. Simply logic. Everyone thinks, and here I put the value of x and correspondingly I get value of y. That's why he treats y is independent, y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. I want to know y is dependent and x is independent variable. This is your logic. But parametric function is one. In parametric case, two variables taken as dependent variable, two variables y and x taken as dependent variable which is depend on third variable which is depend, suppose that I have taken here p square plus 2p plus 1, here I have taken sin p, that means y is depend on p, x is depend on p. In that case x and y is function of p, or you can tell me, sir, x and y is dependent variable while p is independent variable. This is called parametric function. I have not looked properly your question which is present in 8b, so I think this is relevant to parametric function. Only when I see two variables is given and it is expressed in another form, properly I have not seen, that's why I am telling you this is relevant to parametric function, but this is not relevant to parametric function. But now see here, y is equal to p square plus 2p plus 1, x is equal to sin p. In that case, you tell me this function is a parametric function, and for solving this problem, I will suggest you different methods. I will suggest you, that means after 4 or 5 class I will discuss about it in very detail. So don't worry about it. By taking this concept, I think your this chapter also has completed, and now you have to do only practice a lot of, and I always try to tell you write a all formula as I have proceed in your next chapter. Total formula you have to write on a proper page, and always try to take near to it, that means during solving, near to you during solving, and not this chapter. Try to write mainly formula of limits, formula of limits, formula of trigonometric function, formula of inverse trigonometric function, and different all these formula, and also some important values, sin 45, sin 18 degrees, sin 45 degrees, cos 36. Try to always write in simple notes. If you try to take, you can take a 10 rupees notebooks and try to write in that notebooks, and try to always carry in anywhere in any examination. That will be helpful for you. Thanks all of you. Again, I will meet in your next video class. Thank you.